Hey, what's up everyone? This is your boy James and I am back with another video for you guys today. And today I just want to make a video for you guys today about energy vampires, and especially when it comes to with this article that I read on wakeupworld.com by Dakota Flynn. If I'm pronouncing her name right, shout out to her. All credit goes to her. When it comes to with this article, I just really want to address this topic when it comes to with energy vampires, how we can really just identify them and protecting ourselves from them too, and especially when it comes to those toxic influences too. When it comes to with people who are just really they find ways to just really drain your energy, especially when it comes to those energy vampires. And I'm not talking about vampires like you see in the Blade movies or in Twilight or anything like that, but just like when it comes to with the energy vampires, even people who are just really suck all the energy out of you too, not in a really weird way. It's just really it's like it can be really hard to just really identify. Trying to like pick up on that, because sometimes when it comes to with human like behavior and human nature in general, it's just like it can be hard or even easy to just really identify who's just really draining our energy, who's not. So it's kind of like using our own discernment just to really figure that out when it comes to just really recognize those energy vampires that they feel like they're draining you in really certain ways too, or even weird ways as well. Like especially if it's like in person, if you're like talking on the phone with them, or if you're just like, especially like on social media, like if you're on Facebook, Instagram, if you're on TikTok, if you're on X, if you're on YouTube especially, it's just like it's like there's a lot of energy vampires out there too. It's really important for all of us, for any of us who are watching this video, to just really recognize that, to really just recognize who are those kind of people, whether they're a man or a woman, who is just really draining our energy, making us kind of like feel drained, where you just like you don't have much energy to go, and just like they make us feel guilty about it, why we feel drained too. When it comes to those toxic influences, that they make you feel guilty for, they say you're not listening, or you're not paying attention, or not listening, or anything like that too. Just it's really important to really just recognizing those kind of like toxic influences and really just unhealthy patterns also when it comes to those energy vampires too. So it's kind of like in the ways for this article, we can really just learn how to really just be energy vampire hunters. Just really recognizing that. And it's really, all jokes aside too, when it comes to with this video, and just like when it comes to the topic of energy vampires, it's really important for any of us to really just recognizing them too, especially in person and on social media, especially if you're interacting with certain people on certain platforms, also to really just recognizing those energy vampires, and just really recognizing that with an open mind and with an open heart too, just to really sniff them out, identify and recognize them, and even protecting yourselves from it too. Kind of like how Blade protects himself from vampires and helps people to protect themselves from vampires, and so on and so forth. And I know I'm using a lot of Blade references too, just because if you see because for me personally, I see the word vampires, I always think of Blade, the Daywalker. You probably guys know what I'm talking about too, when it comes to with that character from Marvel Comics. So when it comes to that, but anyways, I just really want to address that too when it comes to with this video. And of course, I'll post a link to the article also, so you guys can really check it out for yourself. And especially when it comes to with this topic of energy vampires, how to identify and protect yourself from them too. So I'm not going to spoil the article too. I want you guys to just really read this for yourself if you're open to that as well, at your own pace, at your own time, when it comes to with this video and the article also too. And again, I'll post a link to the article if anyone is interested in just really just really, read something throughout the day too, especially how we can really just protect ourselves from energy vampires. So other than that, I pulled 3 cards for this video also too, when it comes to how we can really protect ourselves from energy vampires and their unhealthy kind of like patterns too. So when it comes to with this video, and for anyone who's into oracle cards also too, if you're open to if any of these messages resonate with you guys too, you're more than welcome to comment at any time. If you guys don't feel comfortable just listening to these messages that I'm about to pull for you guys too, that is okay. That is your choice, and that's cool. So hey, no harm, no foul. When it comes to, if you're not into oracle readings or anything like that, but if you are, if you want to just learn something from a different perspective, then hey, that's cool too. Let's just get some insight from that too when it comes to with this video. So with the first message I pulled for this video, it's just like when it comes to with release. And just like when it comes to release, and just like when it comes to energy vampires, they make you feel kind of drained too. And they make you feel kind of drained in a really unhealthy way. It's really good for any of us to really just release that kind of like heaviness, their heavy influence from us too, in the most powerful way as well. So when it comes to with releasing, just really taking the time for ourselves, especially how we can really just identify and protect ourselves from those energy vampires, is just really releasing that kind of heaviness from their heavy influence from us too, when it comes to with our own energy and so on and so forth. And just like releasing and just like really practicing releasing is a powerful way for any of us to really just let go, to release, and to really just nourish ourselves too in the most powerful ways as well, to really just let go of anything that's no longer needed, that's really doesn't sit with us. So it's kind of like just really taking the time to taking the time for ourselves, especially when it comes to with releasing any kind of heaviness from people who make you feel kind of drained and make you feel kind of like any kind of weird way too. Just really releasing that in a really, really powerful and healthy way too, or releasing that in a really healthy and powerful way. Just elaborate on that. So the second message that I have for you guys is really all about temptations, and this is a really powerful message here too. So it's kind of like with temptations, it's kind of like when it comes to with with the energy vampires per se, and it's kind of like this this message can really look pretty wicked when it comes to temptations, because it's like it really is really all about desires too. So just really being aware of just like like if anyone is just truly trying to tempted to reach out to you or making you or if they just like have this kind of like weird, I say weird, but if they have any kind of like desires when it comes to just reaching out to you too, when it comes to with that. So just really recognizing that, but also too like because like you never know who might be an energy vampire, but it's just like tempted to just figure that out. Just really keep that in mind also when it comes to a temptation with the second message here too. So it's kind of like when it comes to temptations, it's just like just like the first message, finding ways to release those kind of like unhealthy kind of influences from them too, when it comes to with just letting it all go, but also just really recognizing what kind of like desires they have too when it comes to with the second message. And also with us too, it's just like really we really just recognizing that from within too when it comes to with those desires and temptations. So just really recognizing that from a healthy space to just really just like especially from the people who kind of like want something from you, or if you want something from them, it's just really really recognizing that from a healthy space from within too, just to really recognize like, whoa, like what does this person want to reach out to me for, or anything like that. So just really keeping that to mind and keeping that to heart also when it comes to with this video, and especially for the article too that's connected to it. And so with the last message that I have for you guys too, for this video, is really all about, inventiveness, creativity. So just really, when it comes to with this powerful message too, which is really all about creativity, and just like, when it comes to releasing those kind of like heavy influences from those energy vampires, and just really recognizing that kind of like temptations that they want from you too, when it comes to, with them, what kind of connection do they have, like you have with them too, just really, recognizing recognizing those temptations, and just really finding ways for any of us, especially with our own masculine energy, to really just protect ourselves, really just finding creative ways to protect ourselves, and really finding ways to just really, protect ourselves in ways that's just really creative. So it's kind of like, if you need to just, make a plan, or I should say just really, finding ways to just really, like figure out how you can really just protect yourselves, or to just really protect yourselves from those kind of like unhealthy influences. Just really tap into your own creativity too, along with that, with your own masculine energy. So with that being said, when it comes to with these 3 messages that I have for you guys also with this, video, if any of these messages resonate with anyone who is just watching this video, also feel free to share your own feelings and thoughts in the chat too at any time also. And again, I'll post a link to the article below in the description of this video, so you guys can really check it out for yourself. Feel free to, share your own feelings and thoughts in the comment section too of this video. And if you guys like this video, if you guys ever want to share this video with anyone who wants to just protect themselves from, energy vampires and people who kind of make you feel drained and put some weird kind of influences on you too, just feel free to share this video with anyone who can really just resonate with this too, or they just, like that resonate with this too. And much love to all you guys too who are watching this video, and for those who are subscribed to this channel, for whether you're new, if you're coming back, if you guys want to see more videos like this too, as well, if you guys do want to see more videos like this too, I should say, feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel also too, and making sure you hit the notification bell on top, so that way you'll get notified for all the videos and live streams and community posts that I'm doing on my YouTube, on this self-care and YouTube, self-care and wellness channel too. So I almost said YouTube, but anyways, but again, hopefully this video was really helpful for anyone who is dealing with energy vampires, and just like people who make you feel drained, and especially too, and make you feel kind of like, they're putting like these kind of like weird and unhealthy kind of like patterns on you too. So, but again, like if you guys ever want to check out the article from wakeupworld.com, and the person who wrote it too, they get all the credit for writing that article too. So shout out to them. And yeah, much love to all you guys. May you guys stay safe, stay, protected from those weird, unhealthy kind of influences from people who make you feel drained, and so on and so forth. And you guys take care of yourselves, and many blessings.